Ladies and gents, welcome to the finals of our Halo Wars 2 1v1 Pro League. In the blue color, we've got EOD playing as Isabel, one of his best leaders. Even though she's not super meta, EOD is great with her. Daylon, on the other hand, is gonna use Serina. And this could be probably a burn pick, but there are opportunities here with Frost Ravens especially. Now this Pro League has a 235 pound prize pool, so pretty serious business. And these two now in the finals is nothing in the way of their best of 7 left. Let's fix that title label, there we go. Much better. Everybody can join these tournaments, of course. So highly recommend you try, although it's very cutthroat in the Pro League, I have to warn. But to anyone liking competition, liking the whole process of improvement, I think it's great. So EOD is probably saving up for a second generator here, and then eventually... Oh, no, he's spending his resources. We've got a second mini base secured, and Daylon will probably just get out a handful cryo troopers to do some light pressure. I don't foresee really an ice cream truck here in tier 1. And if he doesn't do that, then it's so much easier to just transition into a 2-base Frost Raven play. So I think that's very possible that that's what we'll see. The armory coming in for EOD, that's just for a safety Spartan. We've got a second generator as predicted just after the minis. It's a little bit safer because it makes sure that basically the other guy doesn't steal your minis and then just flood your base with chill boys. They're heading to the main pretty quickly, so EOD is gonna need a turret. I better hope he makes a Spartan as well. Yeah, there it is. That should defend then without too much slowing down happening here. Grenade throw is getting researched as well, but as long as there's an anti-infantry turret back home, everything should be more or less fine. One turret finishes, and it's already getting rid of the shields on the cryo troopers. Of course, they can chill these buildings down. Some pretty good slowdowns. Oh, make sure to touch the generator, sir. The important part isn't to hit the middle base, but to slow down the income. There we go. Well, these buildings are chilled, then EOD basically doesn't make money. Anyway, Spartan's coming through. He's got a rabbit as well on the defensive. Supposedly he'll make even more of those. And that's why Daylon got his grenades. But I don't think there's much more juice in this. Daylon probably has to go home. That's it. Capture some power nodes. Don't overmake the Hellbringers, or cryo troopers rather. And see if you can get a second base. Or a second generator, that's fine too. But EOD has had that. And Daylon just finishing. He'll be definitely in a power disadvantage, especially considering that there's a Spartan here for EOD. And he's upgrading pads, like he's very, very relaxed about this right now. Every time he upgrades those pads just means that he's gonna have more economy, and EOD is largely known as the builder, right? Like he'll buy all the bases, even the ones that he shouldn't. And then somehow miraculously, he manages to hold on to them. And just outproduce the other guy. And from there, it's a numbers game. Now, another objective for EOD is to get this Spartan to veterancy levels, especially level 2. Is extremely important against infantry playstyles, but I don't think actually Daylon wants to stay on infantry playstyles for a long time. It would be way, way better to just have a few Kodiaks around, second base with turrets, and then not bother too much with infantry, because that Spartan, Alice particularly, has anti-infantry properties once you upgrade her with the chain gun. Which means that the chain gun has AoE, it's hitting multiple squad members at the same time, so it's like a damage multiplier like that. Depending on the number of squad members. So, yeah, you really don't want to mess with that. Nice shatter on those guys. Sniper's getting some work done here too. Interesting to see Daylon committing to this so hard. He wants that power node to belong to him still. It's very important to him. It's a precious power node. Gonna have the base upgrade coming right up. Spartan is just gaining veterancy from this here and there. We don't have the star yet, but it can't be far off. It will be very important to have a Marine decapturing this so that the ice goes away. Daylon's enjoying his new base, but EOD's had that for longer. He's got a third generator and tier 2, and he's gonna get vehicles that... I wonder what vehicles it's gonna be. Looks like Kodiaks. He's done this before. He'll just secure the map. The Spartan is chain gunned up. So the Marines are no longer any threat to her. But she's not going to be particularly great against this. Now, of course, if Daylon stays on the ground, that is going to mean that there's opportunities here for the Spartan to do a slam and mech combo or slam and mines. Stun can be particularly strong. But with Kodiaks, you got these really spread out units, so Spartan can't really benefit from splashing an entire gang. The Kodiaks also chill, so that Spartan is actually not super comfortable pushing this. And certainly neither are the snipers, so EOD needs to change this up a little bit. Quite potentially, we're not going to see him push this too much harder. Just set up defensive Kodiaks, enjoy his third base, and transition into tier 3 with potentially tanks, but I wouldn't be shocked if he went actually into air. Spartan's getting seriously weak, has 1 star, but if EOD doesn't have a heal, he has a point, he could buy a heal. There we go. There we go. I think he should be able to hold on there with the garrison and all. But another shatter damage could actually kill the Spartan, so you gotta be really careful with that stuff. Ice cream truck so far so good. Maybe EOD could do a little bit of dodging work. There's a Kodiak nearby. The drop turret will also freeze the Spartan, and there's the opportunity for Daylon to get the kill secured. Why isn't he shooting the Spartan? The drop turret's doing it. Oh, there's the shatter and she's dead. Nice. And the Kodiak actually might be going down too. This is great value for Daylon. EOD is not getting to run around circles around Daylon. He's actually getting a little bit of pressure. So Alice is going to be back. It doesn't look to me like EOD is getting anything major done with the third base so far. It's very late to the upgrade, actually. Now Daylon's getting a Jackrabbit, 2 spots, and the Sniper as well. For the garrisons, that's going to be very annoying for the Spartan to deal with. It's just a handful of Kodiaks, really. It's not too many of them. but more are getting made. I think rather than getting a third base right now, Daylon's more interested in having a big push here. And potentially just do a big drop. It's got 2 tanks in it, so you don't really need to rush to tier 3 with Serina. It's a really nice aspect of her. Look at that range on the ice cream truck though. Oh my goodness. Wolverine to take care of some gales. Now EOD's base is under heavy siege. The air pad won't last long. If you can target the individual buildings down on the base actually with the Kodiaks, that's probably a really good idea here. Yeah, look at that. 2 already down. 3 more to go. Way easier than destroying the whole main thing. They're not saving up the resources. There's a lot of Kodiaks now for EOD, however. And with the Nightingales protecting as well, the base is healing up fairly well. I didn't expect to see a Kodiak war here in the finals, but hey, this is one of those rare matchups. And we've accomplished this without having bans, so the players just pick their leaders. I'll have an up-to-date screen on that next game, but we're having some technical issues, unfortunately. Okay, anti-vehicle turrets. So many Kodiaks from EOD just moving up now. It's very difficult to move up into range of those Kodiaks, right? Because then you just get shot yourself. It's really the Spartan's job to get in there and take them out. But when it's too many, they just take the Spartan out. Especially with the chill effect, eventually she will freeze. But EOD is now tier 3. Oh, look at that counter battery. Artillery business. Wow. Okay, Spartan's now providing vision. The Kodiaks can move up. This is serious business. Daylon's packing up and he has to leave. Could be chased down by the Spartan. And if they really clump up, the Spartan can deal a devastating blow here. Uh-oh. Let's see that jump, EOD. Come on. What are you waiting for? It's now or never. 1 star. He just wants the veterancy. He don't care about the Kodiaks. He's gonna have tanks in a moment after all. The 100 population space, that's pretty nice. Stand still. Oh my goodness. He's farming the Kodiaks. He's so good at this. And he's setting up another Kodiak assault. I mean, Daylon has no idea what's going on. I mean, he barely saw them, right? But now these Kodiaks are set up and they should be able to siege down these ones. A turret drop happened somewhere. I didn't catch it. Spartan's working on that 2nd star. Eventually she'll get it, I'm sure. But there's the turret drop. Still some red Kodiaks here, but not too many. Ice cream trucks doing some decent sieging, but the Kodiak is also shelling that. There are 2 down here helping it. I think this counter-attack has some seriously real potential too. Daylon is tier 3, barely. And he's trying to remake the ice cream truck. Oh no, that's an upgrade. The 3rd base is just now coming up. There's a big drop that has happened and I missed it. A Spartan is here to clean up, however. I don't even see the Frost Raven anymore. It must have been destroyed. Excuse me, there's many things going on at the same time. I mean, chilling this base is not that effective, honestly, especially if you let the Spartan get the second star. This is where things go a little bit insane. There's so much Kodiak pressure on that expansion of Daylons as well. There's no healing here. The vultures aren't going to be enough because the Spartan would just kill them, and EOD takes game number 1 with that. Daylon has to tap out. I mean, he would have had to deal with EOD's tier 3 units as well, and he just has more stuff. Ladies and gents, welcome to Frontier. We've got the blue color guy called EOD playing as Jerome. Really curious to see what he can pull off with that hero. He's definitely a strong one, but Daylon on the other side has been pretty much undefeated today with Atriox on this map, so I'm really curious how EOD wants to deal with that, or whether he's seen the other matches, because Daylon basically just goes up to 8 choppers or something like that. And, you know, he has a chosen out early on as well, and then tries to take a big fight with all those. It's very difficult for the other hero to handle it, because you're constantly slowed and knocked down and stuff. And then the brutes come to drop on you and daze you as well. Plus, plasma mines that you can get knocked into, so it's really tough like that. EOD isn't actually bothering about the side crates, which is very poor for his economy. Very bad news indeed. And I'm not sure he's gonna have enough resources to get an early Spartan going. So maybe we'll have a second mini base from him, but by the time he gets there, there's like nothing left of the barrel. Uh-oh. By the way, I promised in the other game to show you guys the other leader picks, so here they are. Set them up between the matches manually. And we've got some very interesting stuff as well, I think, coming up later. There's the War Council behind this being made at the moment. I'm a little bit surprised that Daylon didn't want to go Shipmaster on this map, because I think this is his best map. But then again, with Atriox, you can't argue with it. It's solid, it's getting the job done. Doesn't look like he wants a second mini base, whereas EOD did, and that could just make all the difference. Okay, we got Atriox is chosen. Nearly done. Yeah, Daylon's not going to do the second mini. He's just going to be highly aggressive. There's a barracks out. Oh, he's going for a third mini base? That is very ambitious. I don't think he can actually pull that off. It's going to be a bunch of Marines and that's it. The choppers are going to absolutely bully that stuff. 4 choppers. Of course, the Chosen is about to get his upgrade. The brutes can just jump on this. Wait a second. There is Jerome, and he's getting some early hits on this. The mines are actually absorbed by the choppers without getting the real detonation. And you know what? Those boosted Marines with Jerome are actually owning the Chosen. He engaged way too soon before the upgrade and gets punished. You don't engage before that hero is upgraded. Jerome is now getting pretty weak, but he can just hide in his Mantis. The Mantis is actually walking over mines. Is a disaster for EOD, but he's done a decent enough job. Let's see if he can hide in the Mantis for now or not. It looks like or not. Oh, he makes it in the last possible second. There's some Marines as well here to support. The jumps are gonna absolutely make a way out of this impossible. I think Jerome should be going down with that. There's some infantry left, but it's just not enough to handle the 4 brutes as well on top of everything. EOD, I don't know, man. Can you remake Jerome? If so, then maybe there's hope. But of course, Daylon's also remaking the Atriox is chosen, and he's spamming choppers behind this. More choppers as well. It's difficult for those Marines to get anything done. There's so many plasma mines to run into that. Hero needs to be careful getting here. Ooh, we got a sniper in there. I really like those mine placements. Ah, Jerome is right in there. In the plasma. Actually, choppers kind of help by knocking him out of the plasma. But he's now getting very weak. It's entirely possible he won't make it against the choppers. Oh no, he goes down again. Bit of a disaster. We've got the Chosen back on the field as well. And there's just not enough snipers here to deal with him. He kind of just counters the snipers, to be honest, if he's getting his way. Not to mention the choppers. Snipers can't even shoot back, after all. Now we're gonna see some kind of suicidal main attack. Oh, wait a second. That extractor's already pretty weak. Daylon's gonna have to bring the hero back, and Jerome is getting remade as well. If EOD can keep up the pump, then maybe there's some hope. The trash dump should be available as well by the time he has this fight, but you probably don't want to go trash dump against Atriox anyhow, because he just uses it in vulnerability. I guess you could hit the base with it. Plasma mines are ready. You could just place them here behind the Marines and knock them into it with the choppers. Oh, wait a second. We've got a freaking Mastodon. Uh-oh. Oh, the extractor's dead. The War Council was sacked, actually, by Daylon. Does he not want to remake any of that? Okay, there's the generator. He's on it. Chosen might actually go down to the freaking Mastodon hero mix. Oh, good snipe. And with that, EOD has the bigger economy, and he can just do this. Daylon can't remake the hero because he sacked the building for it, and he didn't have power income anymore. So EOD manages to get rid of Daylon's Atriox with just Jerome. This is great news on a very tough map as well. Maybe he's rewriting the meta though. Let's find out. Alright, ladies and gents, we've got EOD Spartan Seb. He's bringing the Yapper. And on the other side, we got Daylon playing as Forge. What about the Yapper here? I mean, you certainly got your Yap Yap drop, which has a lot of building clearing potential. It's very nice to pick off mini bases. But you don't have some particularly strong anti-vehicle mobility, so Forge has a slight advantage there, I would say. You can, of course, try to outbuy Forge early on, but not for long, because as Forge upgrades the second supply pad and third one especially, you'll have caught up with whatever's going on with Jackrabbit. That's a bit of extra spending that EOD personally doesn't have to worry about. And I think that's all just cannon fodder from him, right? Yes. Yes, there isn't a chopper. So he does get to spend a little bit extra here. It'll take some time for Daylon to catch up with the pad income. Maybe EOD will have 4 minis to 2 or something like that. Okay, if we're seeing a double generator from Daylon, then EOD can buy all the minis. That's crazy. I don't like it. That's very, very greedy against the Yap Yap. In fact, EOD can probably build a barracks and rush this. What's Daylon thinking? EOD? Don't get greedy now. This is time to strike. Oh my goodness, Daylon's forced to do a big expand. Yeah, EOD just buying all the minis. That's crazy. Spamming cannon fodder. He himself doesn't have his 5th slot building. He just bought all of it. I guess one thing you have to be wary of as Forge is if you go rabbits, if you go Forge Hog, EMP heavy grunts are going to ruin your day. So you must be really careful with that, and therefore I think Hellbringer kind of armies are probably the way to go. Even your Warthog plays aren't necessarily the safest, but they are at least doing some good damage. In any UNSC match, it's a disaster when they put a raid camp on your back mini slot, because it's just so difficult to clear out. Of course, if you open barracks, it's fine, but this is a I'm gonna upgrade everything opener, so it's not gonna be the easiest thing. If EOD just puts some more raid camps in these key areas, then he will be able to rush these down. For the moment, he's just happy to tickle the buildings. We've got almost only cannon fodder. EOD, I really would like to see some real units from you. This is a second base, that's not a unit. 5 jackrabbits now. I don't understand. This is never how this goes. It's crazy that the cannon fodder would get through to his back mini before he sends a marine there. But I mean, that's just agreed with the second generator setup. Daylon's gonna have 3 upgraded bases, so at least it's not nothing what he's got. EOD's not spending a penny on you. That's a fake raid camp. Guys, it's only cannon fodder. We're all being trolled. Mines detonate, bring us more cannon fodder. It doesn't look like this thing is getting out repaired or anything like that. It's gonna go down. And it's probably time for the heavy supply pad to meet the same fate. EOD meanwhile buying a 3rd base, cause why not? Love to see the 3rd generator as well. Daylon has 5 slots here and there. And we got our first real units on the field. Amazing. Jackrabbits seem to have died. The cannon fodder have showed them the way out. Ay, ay, ay. Why is EOD satisfied with the scraps of picking off an individual Hellbringer? There's enough here to threaten the base. Anyhow, our boy is already preparing the tier 2 transition, he's just not preparing the tier 2. He's got a 4th generator, and he's probably gonna make a 5th. It seems, guys, EOD can just do whatever he wants. He's built different. And he is building different. That's a 4-point drop at 6 minutes 30. 5 minutes 30 would be the normal timing for this, so that's why he's just building. He just wanted to drop. That's his real units. Well, Daylon's new 2nd generator is destroyed. That's expensive. At least he has a lot of supply pads upgraded, but he's hard stuck in tier 1 too. And EOD is very close to heading to his one. Scusi. Should be seeing another generator here for... This is a madman? Why isn't he spreading them out? This is a bad man. He is gone. Off the rails. There's a lot of turrets in the main. That one's gonna be safe, but yeah, Daylon has taken a beating here. He's got some Hellbringers, at least. That's something he can say for himself, but he's nowhere near tier 2. He's not going to tier 2. He's got lots of Jackrabbits too. But I think as long as EOD just chills out and gets his Gobbos, as long as he gets his Ranger sets, now that he's tier 2, things are gonna be just fine. We've got a shield generator. I'll keep everything safe for now. But I think the minis are no longer safe for EOD. Like, Daylon really has built up a serious army now. And if you can get dispersion nozzles, they're a serious threat to anything. Hunter? Oh boy. Yeah, the Hunter's gonna get cooked. And this triple generator is probably not ready for what's about to happen here. So he's doing his best to build up his presence. Question on YouTube, are we on X? No. No. Socials just generally don't work so well for tournament stuff. We're too small time for that. I'm just kind of stopped. YouTube likes it, Twitch likes it, everything else doesn't like it. Got the pads on the minis now. That's gonna help Daylon grow a lot. And maybe if he loses the guys, he will drop in some Grizzlies. It's got a solid economy now. So I could entirely see that. EOD will have to come up with some sort of answer to that. Now we've got a big drop counter attack. There's a goblin nearby plus a grunt dome, so I think the buildings on the main are probably screwed for Daylon. Especially if beam is done for EOD, although I doubt it. I think that was his 5th point and that's it. Nice heal for these guys. But I think the damage is done, and it's probably gonna be that. Wait, is he gonna get the generator somehow? I mean, Daylon's trying to save it, but it's way too much damage. Oh my goodness. Dispersion also Hellbringers are now done. But there's not too many of them left, if we're being honest. EOD is still tier 2, by the way. Gonna try the Locust, which are obviously getting amped up by the methane. Not too many power nodes for our boy. I mean, only one power node has been captured, period. There's no more. Full stop. Oh, wait, what's this? Put a Kodiak up there. That's what we need. Find the funniest positions and put stuff there. Oh, the Grizzlies, as the prophecy has foretold. Plus Kodiaks. Well, they got rinsed. But the Grizzlies are still very threatening indeed. Still got 2 Gobbos here. At least they should be able to pick off some of the Hellbringers. They are looking pretty damn weak right now. Anti-vehicle turrets would be absolutely essential to have here. Maybe a handful of Banshees could be put together real quick. Oh, EOD does make it to tier 3. Still not upgrading the turrets, however. That's also just a normal turret. He's just happy to sit under the shield. What is going on? The Grizzlies are going to be a problem, you know. They're still just printing Hellbringers. They're not exactly bringing too much hell to this. I would have loved for them to find this base earlier, but it's a little bit too late for that party now. And EOD is just kind of doing whatever he likes. Once he remaxes to 100 population, I think he can hold his own and get in here, do a methane drop, and maybe even a shield. Which routes he's got enough support against Kodiaks too. Although he needs another one to really do the trick. They're just disappearing now. Oh, scatter bombs looking not bad, but EOD largely dodges it. He's got his Blood Dome up as well. And that's going to be the 3rd Grizzly down. I think that's an EOD victory once more. Daylon just can't crack this nut. Okay, ladies and gents, we are here for game number 4. If EOD wins this, he just takes the finals, and Daylon is gonna have to go on a bit of a break for a while until we have another tournament. EOD Spartan Seb is playing as Decimus here on Bedrock, and on the far side of the map, Daylon is gonna be bringing Pavium, which is interesting. Here, Decimus' advantage is really that if you go super late, well, not super late, but like 3 bases up, tier 3. At that point, your Banshees are gonna be a disaster for anyone to deal with, right? Like, that's just how it is. If you have teleport available as well, you're gonna get out of all of the Pavium death traps, so it should be no problem to deal with that. Target Painter Beam, when you get slowed down, and Rain of Fire isn't gonna be that scary. So Banshees for the long term. But Decimus is just absolutely devastating. Air is OP. Reddit was right all along. No, I'm kidding. Just Decimus happens to be like that, an Arbiter with the Phantoms, and Forge with the Vultures. But you know, regular Banshees, definitely not. UNSC with Hornets, definitely not. Except Jerome and Isabel in the late stages. Certainly not in tier 2. Which is what Reddit complains about when you quote-unquote rush air. That's not a thing. That's not a rush. You have so much time to prepare. Jesus Christ, make some basic units. Anyway, we've got a raid camp from EOD. He's not messing around, so it's not a late game kind of scenario. It's an I'm gonna make brutes jump on your base and vortex your double extractor kind of move. Which means it's gonna actually stun both of these while they're supposedly in a burnout state. That's insane. Like, this is a hard counter to what Daylon is doing, and although Daylon is gonna try to beat this with a double raid camp of his own, if EOD just has a handful brutes, really just 3-4 brutes and a handful grunts, he might be able to destroy both of those generators, and that's crazy. He's currently buying his own mini bases. He's not that much of an aggressive player himself. So I'm gonna be really curious to see how he deals with this. Is he gonna go up to Vortex level 2, for example? If he really felt that he needed to do that, he could. It needs to be just careful not to jump in alone with the brutes, because there's already choppers around to defend. As Daylon kind of suspects what's happening. 5-1 mini bases. I mean, that's just absolutely devastating to begin with. But EOD is also here to punish. He's got 3 brutes now. And if he just sends down the grunt separately and then jumps, then these generators are probably toast. There's a burnout. EOD's waiting for that sound, I'm sure. But if he wasn't looking, he wouldn't have heard it. So that's another story entirely. Okay, Daylon comes up and EOD can go down. Right? That's the move. So many brutes here, they don't care. Just go down now. Daylon's even coming over with the choppers. I mean, this is a disaster if EOD goes down and destroys both gens. What do you even do? Not to mention the fact that EOD is actually winning the brute on brute fight. And he's got grunt bites. This is nuts. He's stockpiling them. Okay, at some point you have to go to EOD. Oh, no, 5th building. Who needs that anyway? Is he waiting for the 3rd point? Okay, okay. Hear me out, guys. What if... Aww. No. He picked the killing frenzy. But what if you did a Vortex Siphon Rage? That would be something, right? Well, the grunts are going after the choppers, guys. This is absolutely devastating for them. Here come the brutes. Give him Siphon. We didn't give him Siphon. They might get picked off there. The extractor is gonna get the business there. Beam might be available. Oh my god, he's just gonna beam them and Daylon gives up. Jesus Christ, EOD demolished him. You are absolutely kidding me. That was a finals. Goodbye. We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.